guys. Well, myself and our man Ben here, after quite a heavy weekend we've had, his stag do, so I blame him entirely. We're feeling a little bit rough and worse for wear, but it's such a lovely day we thought we'd come out and just touch on a little bit of navigation. So this isn't going to be a lesson or a teaching, but we're going to just chat about a few bits and check a few spots and stuff, just so he's making sure he's got his pacing, timing and things like that in good order. Because like I say, he's got an assessment, well, in a couple of weeks, isn't it? No, 2 weeks after the wedding, isn't it? Yeah, well, and we've all gone down with the flu. Bad order. So let's just go and have a look at the map and think about what we're going to do here and where we're going. Okay. So our first thing is to locate yourself, and which we're right at the edge of this plantation. This isn't going to be anything difficult, but we are at the edge of that plantation there, which our man's pointing to. Very short distance to navigate. We're going to head to that one that's known as a ring contour, and then from there we're going to go to where the second cairn down. That one? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go there. So what's the first thing we're going to do? Orientate the map to the ground, in which we have done. So we've got just turn it that way a little bit. We've got the fence line of the plantation directly behind us going down, and with that we already know which is north and south on the map. So we'd actually, though, rather than put it to chance, we're going to get a compass. Dun, dun, dun. So good compass, good silver compass, and what we're going to do is use one of the edges of the compass to put it in the direction of travel we want to go. So from our plantation up to the ring contour, as we can see there, that's good. And then we're going to orientate our compass bezel lines there to the grid lines, which are the very faint lines. I don't know if you can see them here. These are our grid lines, and we want to line these ones up to that. So if you can manage to do that properly, you're happy with that? Yeah, well done. And then basically from that we need now to measure the distance from here, and we've got all the measurements on the the Roma on the edges. So depending on which map, you got 1 in 25, 1 in 50, and that's the 1 in 25 along the top. So we're going to point the very corner to the location, lining up with where our location is, and which is, what did you say that is? 350? Check that out. Get his head in that first, because about
325.
325. So that's 325 meters we're going to have to walk, and we want to check the ground that we're going over. So again, that is a ring contour, but there's also some more contour lines. So from where we are, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 contours, which means basically on this map 10 meters per contour line. So we've got to add that in our pacing. So how would you do that, do you reckon, yourself, sir?
So it's usually for this, it's every one contour you cross,
Yeah.
you add a minute.
Add a minute, so you're going to use timing, yeah, on this. So that's a very good thing to do. Within timing though, each individual has to go out on the flat, walk say 100 meters, pace it, and that generally rule is double pacing, so you've got less numbers to worry about, but we'll go into that on a different video. So so from there then we're looking at what, 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes, yeah, to get from where we are. So I reckon it'll be 5, especially the way we're feeling. What do you reckon?
3 contours, that's it'll be more than that because
Yeah, because of the distance
so
itself.
it'll be, we're walking at about 3 kilometres an hour.
Yeah,
So
at this rate.
it's slow.
We're not well. We're not well at all.
So to do 100 metres, 3 kilometres an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to do 1 kilometre would be 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So to do, that's 2 minutes per 100 metres. So that's 6-7 minutes, call it.
Yeah.
For the distance, plus your 4 minutes, so just over 10, so about 11 minutes.
So our calculation's 11 minutes overall. That's with us doing 3 kilometres an hour because we're going slow, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's have a look. Can we see what your watch says? Let's turn this around. It's actually stating 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we should be up there 12 minutes. Okay. Or 4:12. Let's see how we get on. So, what we've done now, put the red in the bed, checked our direction of travel arrow, which is pointing straight up to the summit of this, which is going to be our high point of the ring contour. Happy days. That's why we're here. If you notice this huge depression, this is one of the craters from the war. It's actually quite a big crater, to be fair, isn't it? And they put all the lanterns up over the hills here to get the guys to bomb the wrong location. And yeah, took it out. So we're nearly on top of that ring contour, and another crater. We got there. Very simple exercise, but in honesty, what the time is now, I don't know if you can see that. You keep your hands still. Yeah, it's 9. So we got here quicker because we were walking quicker. We actually must have been walking within the range of the average 15 minutes a kilometre, and the ground terrain wasn't as bad, as you can see. But the plateau here, as you can see, that's all the way around. It's quite a long ring contour, as you saw on the map, which is approximately about, I'd say 100 metres, not far off. You can measure that. Are we 80, is it?
Yeah, but just under 100.
Just under 100 metres, and that is this here now. So that was just an easy one. We're going to head down in a minute. We're just getting out the wind. It's not cold, it's just windy, and we're thinking about the camera. And we're knackered. Oh boy, don't even know why we're doing this. But oh god, if it gives you guys a laugh, if any of you see my Facebook, Jesus, you'll see what we were up to. Well, what we were up to last weekend. It's lucky we're alive. It's lucky we're alive. Manchester didn't know what hit it. But do go over to my Facebook and have a look and leave a comment what you think. I know you'll think we're mad. So we're going to have a look at another one. It's a slightly different direction in it. Oh, actually, looking at that one, it's not, is
It's
it?
almost exactly the same bearing.
Should we
could go with that?
Yeah, that edge of that woodlands.
Edge of that woodlands.
So we're going to just watch him set up. We're sheltered under here because of this wind. So like I said before, basically knowing where we are is putting the compass on the map and using one of the side edges to give it as a pointer to where we're going to travel. Line up the bevel lines with the grid lines. This ain't a tutorial, you guys know how to navigate, and if you don't, come along on a bleeding, meet us up on a weekend and we can do it proper like. This ain't intended to. Oh, got somebody else walking over there.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, set that, put the map away to some degree, trust in your compass and walk on that bearing, and use yourself a spot height or something to indicate on that bearing, and then just head to it with the timings that you come up to. So what was that? Excuse me. And another one. So what
it's
we're saying-
800 metres.
800 metres this one, so it's a bit of a
Yeah,
longer one.
It's a bit longer one, so we're working out at 4k an hour.
Yeah, because we are walking quicker than we thought. But,
Yeah. So that's.
go on. You were in school earlier than me. I was like a long time ago. It's all gone quiet over there. It's all gone quiet over there.
That's 12 minutes.
We're going on 12 minutes
12
there, yeah?
minutes, and we're not gaining any height.
We're dropping, aren't we?
Yeah, so
Must be
we don't
good.
add any on. So we'll see 12 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some people might say as you're going downhill you go faster, but to be honest, that isn't always the case because
I tend to slow down.
you slow down and watch your foot placement. So, you know, you got to work that out for yourself. If you're walking by yourself or walking with others, it's always different. So you're gonna have to work out an average anyway if you're walking with other people. So this is a whole lot of bollocks, like, but hey. But shall we do it then?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Let's go and have a
We're
look.
on 16:14.
16:14. Let's do that, sir. Oh, let's see if we can get up. Okay. Check that bearing. Where's our direction and what we're going to use as our indicator?
Yeah.
Use. Looking at there, we've got.
There's a tree. The far right
Is
hand
that that
tree.
green tree?
Yeah, the green tree.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one sheet. One of them.
You can use the far right hand tree.
So the far one.
Yep.
That one.
Far right hand.
So the closest one, pretty much below the
The pylon.
pylon.
Yeah.
So the pylon's one, and then the far goes as an indicator, and we can just head straight for that 800 meters. Let's do it. So here we are, nearly a couple more yards. There we go. That's us where the path would have joined along there. So we're bang on. Let's have a look. Our time was
So 12 minutes.
12 minutes. Yeah, spot on. And right by the fence. See the other fence coming past there, which goes off in the diagonal, which I think that will take us, if we were to take a bearing for the tumulus just up there,
Yeah, will do.
and we'll just do a bearing, just go through the routines, and then before heading back. This is just a short one, guys. It's a lovely afternoon, and we're just gonna go and find an appropriate place to get over the fence. We don't want to jump over fences without a good place to do it. Had a slight change of plan. We're not going for that tumulus. We're going to go for another one. I'll just point it out on the map. We are now, our location is right there where the little pointer is, and we're not going to this tumulus, which is directly over there. It's too easy. We're going to go to the second tumulus there, and what we're going to use as a mean of navigation is what's called hand railing. There's a path there. We're just going to follow that until we get to, as we can see, you might not be able to see on the map there, but there's a solid black line which is like a closure of that path. It's probably a gate, and then from there we're going to take a bearing to the tumulus and walk that last section. So it'll make easier walking because we've got a straightforward path most of it. So that's what we're going to do. Always have a plan of attack. Nice and simple. Let's see how we go, boss. Happy days. There we have it. There is a gate where the fence line crosses this path. So this will be the spot where we take a bearing onto the tumulus. It's always important to try and keep navigation simple. There's a lot less things to go wrong then. So now we'll take that bearing yet again. See what the distance is we're looking for. 250. 250?
No, 200.
200. So it's quite barren here.
Only about 3 minutes of walking.
3 minutes walking. I'm going to walk on this bearing to find this tumulus. So you've got us all checked up, red in the bed, aiming over there for that dolphin nose sticking up over the Berwins there, yeah?
I was going for this rock.
Oh yeah, good one.
You've got those two sheep on the rock there.
Yeah, facing it, this tumulus. You can see it's slightly high ground. It was a little bit more tricky to spot than some things because it could be there. So all we've done is to confirm is from here, done a back bearing onto the gate where we were, and that's confirmed that this is bang on. And some things, I'm trying to get down here, aren't always what they seem. Oh, when you're navigating. Ooh, that moved. Do it to me. Some things aren't always what they seem. So don't get disheartened, you know what I mean? There's always another way around it. Double check. And don't make your legs, when you're doing navigation, don't make your legs, well, I mean, not these legs, mine are short enough, but the legs of distance that you're going to travel, don't make them too long. Our main one at the top there was 800 metres, wasn't it? Which is more than long enough. But we're in excellent weather and stuff like that, so always consider everything when you're navigation. That's the weather, the cloud, if that's going to affect you, whiteout difference. There's loads of different things that you have to take into consideration. But the best and simplest thing to do whenever possible is keep it simple. Handrail, as we did, follow a fence, have an attack point, and get out there and practice. If you haven't done any, get yourself on a course. Loads of people out there doing it. It'll just put you at ease, and you can enjoy this country. We've literally just walked. We've got to go back right over there. We're not going to navigate as such, a little bit loosely we are, but we roughly know where we're going, and we're happy to get lost, and that's a good way to learn, is to be able to find yourself, locate yourself using what's around you. We've done quite a bit, so we're happy, and we're just always keeping our hand in on it. Isn't that right, sir?
That's right.
You know, we don't want to be losing troops out there just for a simple, oh, I've forgotten how many paces it is for 100 metres, because there was 200 metres, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, we know our pacings for that. So you can do that walking down the street, you know, go to a football pitch, pace it and do it a few times. Do it with a load on your back, do it with nothing on your back. Get out there and do it on uneven terrain. That makes really hard work. So, and if you're going up or if you're going down, you may need to, some people like to use the Naismith rule. There are lots of little rules out there. Find what suits you and practice. So we don't even know what we're doing out here, to be fair. We're sweating our doodads off, not because of anything else, just for too much drinking at the weekend, and it's just got to come out of us and so. So anyway, this was just a silly video, just to keep you guys interested, if you are. Hopefully the wind's not too bad, but it's a beautiful area around here. So hopefully we'll catch you on the next one. So it's goodbye from me, and goodbye from him. Toodle pip. Lovely day for a jump. Fancy a jump, Bailey? Bailey, where am I at, Walters even? Where did Bailey come from?
This is lovely.
Yeah, it's a great little area to play. That's a bit of a tall order, that one, mate. You'd end up breaking an ankle on that. Any of them. Yeah, you'll step that one, wouldn't you? Your long legs.
There we are.
You come alive!